Hello and welcome into this week's RNN Diecast review right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host, Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On today's Diecast review, we are doing something a little different. I know we've gotten used to doing race wins on Diecast review, but we don't have one to look at yet this week. We're kind of in between some of those showing up. So what I wanted to do this week was highlight a couple of customs that I got in about a week ago now. They came in from Chesapeake Diecasts, who some of you, if you know anything about custom diecast makers, you've probably heard of Chesapeake Diecast. I did a lot of research before doing these because these are the first customs that I have ever personally gotten myself. So I did a lot of research before this because I wanted to do them right. And looking around, and it seemed to me like Sam over at Chesapeake Diecast, he does the best customs out there. And I'm very satisfied. I'm honestly kind of blown away at how good a quality these are. No, this is not sponsored. I did pay for these out of my own pocket. Just wanted to give him a shout out on this because these are really top-notch work, and his work deserves to be highlighted. So we're going to take a look at these. Because they're customs, we're not going to look at the box. They're just donor boxes. They came from 2013 Denny Hamlin cars, so nothing really to look at there. So first off, obviously, as you can see here, they are 2019 Christian Eckes and Michael Self cars from the ARCA Menards Series. Your two main championship contenders this season. As we talked about on the ARCA Rewind show this week, these are the two main contenders at this point. Brett Holmes isn't really out of it yet. He can still get into it. Travis Braden is kind of getting to that point. He can still sneak his way in there, but he's really got to turn around the performance here in the final four races. These two really, I think, are your top two contenders this season for the championship right now. And so let's take a look at these two, obviously both out of the Venturini Motorsports stable. First, we'll take a look at Michael Self because he is leading the points right now, so we'll go ahead and take a look at his car first. Just really good work overall here on this car. Just the decal work is fantastic. I have not noticed any problems whatsoever with this car. It looks fantastic. The paints are very high quality. The logos, the stickers, very, very good. Like, I've literally, there's nothing about this car that I really have to complain about. Either one of these cars that I really have to complain about. Obviously, Sinclair being Michael Self's main sponsor, that'll be here on the hood. It is a Toyota Camry, as it is Venturini Motorsports. Menards across the top of the windshield, 25 on the roof, and then back here, Venturini Motorsports on the back of the roof. The Sinclair dyno back here on the deck lid. Menards on one side of the spoiler. General Tire on the other, as it is on the real car. Lots of contingency sponsors here. All are correct. Number 25 here on the side. Got the Sinclair dyno over here as well. Michael Self on the name rail. Lots of sponsors here down the sides. Venturini Motorsports on the C-post. Sinclair oil back here on the quarter panel. Sinclair oil again back here on the back bumper, as well as Toyota and the number 25. And then here along the passenger side as well, the same thing as well. Obviously, because these aren't raced versions, you're not going to get like any raced up marks or anything, but that's not the point of this. The point is, for me, one, I wanted them for the set for the ARCA Rewind show, since I mean, Lionel doesn't seem interested in really making any ARCA diecast this year. They offered the Harrison Burton Daytona win, and that DNP'd. And the only other things they've offered, which I believe have both made MOQ at this point, are the Haley Deegan TRD 40th anniversary car and the Thad Moffitt Richard Petty throwback that he ran, I think, at Talladega. And he might have run, I think he ran it at Nashville too, but it didn't have the sponsor at Nashville. It was just the paint scheme with no sponsor. But those are the only ones Lionel has offered this season. And I really wanted these. One, for just to have them for the set for the ARCA Rewind show, but also just because they're cool paint schemes. And I felt like I'm seeing these cars at the track every week, and I wanted them in diecast form. So, and these won't be the last ARCA 2019 cars you see that we'll get in from him. I've got a couple more. I've got one more for sure that he is making now, and then planning on at least one more after that before the end of the season. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the Christian Eckes car. Obviously, again, a Toyota Camry. Beautiful white paint scheme here. I really like this paint scheme, and it hasn't really changed much since Christian picked up JBL as a sponsor, but it is a very nice paint scheme nonetheless. JBL and Harman and Venturini Motorsports on the hood, Menards across the top of the windshield, 15 on the roof. Venturini Motorsports across the back of the roof, Eckes on the back window, JBL.com on the deck lid, Menards and General Tire on either side of the spoiler. Again, same contingencies down through here, General Tires. Number 15, Eckes on the name rail. Sponsors down the B-post, Sirius XM, and a bunch more sponsors down here, JBL.com, Venturini Motorsports, JBL.com, and Toyota on the back bumper, as well as number 15. And along the right side, same thing as the driver's side. So again, very, very good looking cars. I'm super, super satisfied with these. And again, this video is not sponsored. I would tell you if it was sponsored. It is not sponsored. I'm just very happy with this work from Chesapeake Diecast. So if you've ever thought about getting custom diecasts or something that might interest you, definitely look him up. I'll link his website down in the description so you can go check him out. He's got a bunch of pictures of other work he's done on his site. As you can see here, extremely high quality work. And like I said, I did a lot of research before getting these done, and it just seems like he does the best customs out there that I could find. I mean, there's some other good custom makers out there, don't get me wrong, but he seems to have the best work out there, and these things came out better than I expected, to be honest. They look fantastic, and I'm super, super pleased with them. And like I said, these won't be the last ones, so we'll probably see a couple more customs pop up from him later in the season, and then we'll see what happens next season. Probably get some more next season as things start rolling out for next season. But that should do it for RNN Diecast review for this week. Honestly, I don't know what next week's diecast review will be. I don't even know what's about to ship. The Kyle Busch Phoenix win was supposed to ship like last week, and I've never gotten anything on it, so I don't know if that's going to show up at some point soon or what the deal with that is. I'm going to have to start looking into that. The Tyler Reddick Homestead win, I believe, is ready to go. And I think I should be getting that within a few days here, so I might have that for next week. I'm not really sure what next week's will be. So we'll just see what happens next week. Honestly, I have no idea what next week's will be. There will be one next week. I don't know what it's going to be. So you might be as surprised as I am next week. So we will see what happens there with Diecast Review next week. So if you haven't done it already, you need to go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. While you're down there, why don't you hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It is much appreciated when you do. 3 rewind shows coming up this weekend. K&N crossover, the final crossover of the year at Gateway, or excuse me, Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway, which is such a mouthful now, but that is the official name of the track now. And then, what is it? Xfinity at Road America on Saturday, and then Trucks at Mosport on Sunday. I believe I have those in the correct order. So, 3 rewind shows coming up for you this weekend. Fairly slow weekend as Cup has the weekend off, as well as ARCA. And then we get back in action next weekend with ARCA in DuQuoin and a bunch of Darlington throwbacks. So, we got some good stuff coming up for you. So, make sure you're subscribed. That way you don't miss a thing going forward. But at that, this has been the RNN Diecast Review. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.